It doesn't matter how many times you've done it before. All that matters is that you do it now.
Chicago with the lead!
I've never been afraid. I mean, obviously you're nervous, but afraid means you're not confident in your skills. I have total confidence in my skills, so I'm not afraid. Be true to the game, because the game will be true to you. If you try to shortcut the game, then the game's going to shortcut you. If you put forth the effort, good things will be bestowed upon you. That's truly about the game. And in some ways, that's about life too.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Nobody believed in me in the beginning.
You witnessed what happened. That was against the unathletic San Antonio Spurs, and LeBron James was pathetic, shooting 35% from the field in that series. The best player on the planet revealed himself to be the mentally weakest superstar we've ever seen.
I try to see how long I can go through it because I try to make myself different than other people.
When's the last time he was an All-Star? 4 seasons. When's the last time he's been healthy? He declined as a player.
He has only played more than 70 games once in the last 8 seasons.
Here's the reality. When he was moved to the Thunder, the first thing they voice and say is, we are moving and trading Chris Paul. The first thing, hey, he will never wear an Oklahoma City Thunder jersey.
Chris Paul is no longer a great player. He is a good player, but not a great one. He's been a great player almost his entire career, but just watch the way he played last season, and he just turned 34 years old.
Derrick Rose, right now, can't shoot. Derrick Rose can't stay healthy. He's going to get hurt again, and again, and again. It's been established. Think about this. 8 years, 7 years in the league, we know what Derrick Rose is. He is the classic sports car. Lousy mileage, breaks down, hard to fix. He's not a good shooter. He's not a great defender. He's not an elite distributor. That's just the way it is. Derrick Rose is the most overrated player in the last decade in this league.
Chris Paul is to a point in his career, well, he'll never play 82 games. He'll never be able to get you through a season. And if we're going to talk about elite, one elite player on a squad gets you to the playoffs. Chris Paul alone does not get you to the playoffs. Chris is going to go down as one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen play the game of basketball. He's going to be remembered for the pick and roll. But in all reality, Father Time is undefeated. He's not the same player.
Who dared to call CP3 a superstar. Wait a minute, I need to see a whole lot more in the postseason before I even think about putting a super in front of star in front of CP3's name. Games 4, 5, and 6 against the Dallas Mavericks disappeared, ran for the basketball.
From looking at me, you will never know what I went through because I don't want you to know. As bad as it was, I got through it, and that's why I'm the person I am today.
My name is Kobe Bryant, 17 years old.
Unfortunately, because of lack of communication with my peers, I wasn't invited to parties or family gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. And, here I am today.
What is it about this game that you love?
Hearing the ball bounce, the feeling that you get out making a great pass, walking on the hardwood, lacing up your sneakers. I just love it. I love jumping, I love dunking, I love hearing the crowd going ooh and ah. The whole game is just tremendous, I sound like an NBA commercial or something. Like, I love this game,
I do. I love it. You rise to meet the challenge, regardless. You obviously know that there's some people that say you're ready for the NBA right now, and you know what? There's some people that say that you actually need some work for your college game. What do you say?
I say thank you for the feedback. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody sees you at a different level. So I'm going to listen and see what I need to work on. Go out there, work on my skills. Somebody says, Kobe, you work on a certain aspect of your game. And I'm going to do it. The next time they see me play, I'm going to say, hey, look, I worked on it. Now what? What do I have to work on now? If they have something else that they want me to work on, I'll go out and do the same thing.
Hit right in the shoulder, and that is the same shoulder that he hurt last year in the playoffs with the dunk against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
But look at this, though. I mean, Kendrick Brown's a big man. This guy plays about 220 pounds. You can see him come right down on that right shoulder. Now, the interesting thing about this is,
this is a team right now with Coach Phil Jackson,
player, and you realize how vulnerable you are, and you've seen that. I hope this is nothing serious.
Look, I always try to outwork people. Right? That's just how I made my mark. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come to the Staples Center because we're playing. This is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. I was like, I'm going to get there at 3 o'clock. And I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. Get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. It's Kobe. What's up, Kobe, So I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course, I still heard the ball bouncing. I look down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. He was working out. It looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant, lazy. He's doing game moves. I sit there and I unlace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. I have to understand, why he works like that. Right. So after the game is over, I'm like, hey, Kobe, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you. Wow.
Stephen Curry, 6'3", 185 pounds, position, point guard. Stephen's explosiveness and athleticism are below standard. He's not a great finisher around the basket. He needs to considerably improve as a ball handler. Often struggles against physical defenders. Stephen must develop as a point guard in order to make it in the league. He will have limited success at the next level. Do not rely on him to run your team.
I mean, oddly, he came into the league, he had some ankle injuries, and he wasn't dominating physically. I thought he was going to be small and get pushed around.
Curry, why not for three? Bingo!
And the Knicks crowd is stunned.
He is in a zone screen, got enough room. Again, Butter, Steph Curry.
Like when I was 9 or 10, I was always the smallest kid on my team.
Steph Curry is now in the midst of having the greatest single season any player has ever had.
You can't ignore the greatness that you're seeing from Steph Curry. I've repeatedly said he's the greatest shooter I've ever seen.
I don't think people realize what we're witnessing here.
Steph Curry is no lower than 2. Michael's 1.
I mean, this dude is unreal. Unreal.
And Curry a little shaken up, slow to get up. He's actually telling them to foul right now. He's hurt right now as Westbrook is fouled. Good to see Steph Curry okay. Ready to check back in. Have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining. Curry looking for that opening. Steps back. Crossover. Fires away. Wow! Another three from Curry. And the dream season is now complete. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions. Their first title in 40 years. And how sweet it must be for those crazy loyal Bay Area. Get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
And Steph Curry, the back-to-back MVP, the guy we both have called the greatest shooter ever, shot 1 for 6 in the fourth quarter, 1 for 5 from 3. 2 of his misses missed the rim. Steph Curry missed the rim twice. How many times during the whole season did he miss the rim?
Curry, 3. There it is, redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete. There's a new dynasty in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors champions once again.
It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, or there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the top 3 players in the world. He's a quintessential superstar. He deserves all the credit in the world for the talent that he possesses. But the flip side is this. They were up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 different times. He was 48 minutes removed from getting to the NBA Finals by winning the Western Conference. 3 times he failed, particularly in Game 6. And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak. I knew Oklahoma City didn't have much.
Westbrook for the win. Got it!
I never in my wildest dreams believed that Robinson, Oladipo, and the rest of those troops could be this bad. They're 30 points worse with Russell Westbrook off the court than they are with him on the court. They shoot 53% with him on the court. They shoot 31% with him off the court. They went from a plus 14 with him on the court to a minus 18 with him off the court. And it is not the first, nor is it the second, nor is it the third.
The most valuable player award is Russell Westbrook.
Redemption for Golden State. For the Thunder.
Oh, yeah. More help and more game.
Oh, Westbrook coming over the back of Durant. Jailbreak. What a pass.
Russell Westbrook, and there's no insult to Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook is unguardable.
He fires. He scores!
I think he was a sympathetic figure, Max. That's what Molly, that's what I get from it. He was a very sympathetic figure. I felt bad for him, and I'm going to tell you why. He leaves the game. They're up 12. I mean, in a minute and a half, now they're up 3. That's when the frustration kicked in.
His 42nd triple-double. Russell Westbrook has broken the single-season record established more than a half-century ago. What a perfect ending to a historic day!
Nick, does Melo make the Thunder a legit contender in the West?
Hell yes.
Shannon, how good can OKC be with Carmelo?
They can be real good.
Paul George, what's the latest there?
Paul George has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'm going with Oklahoma City as the #1 threat to the Golden State Warriors. in Russell Westbrook and Paul George. Them brothers are legit. Both on both ends of the floor.
According to our Adrian Wojnarowski, the Thunder are sending Carmelo Anthony to the Atlanta Hawks, and then the Hawks will buy out Melo and allow him to become a free agent. Remember,
Oklahoma City is trading Paul George to the Clippers.
Never had any question about his talent, his greatness, or whatever the case may be. But I held against him the fact that he didn't win as much as James, didn't win as much as Kawhi. And I look at this team, and I just say to myself, they had ample opportunities without him to show up and produce and show what they were capable of without him on the floor. And every time he left the floor, they literally nosedived.
To send the Thunder home. Lillard, long range three.
Got some breaking news on SportsCenter. The NBA stealing all the headlines again. Our man Adrian Wojnarowski reporting Russell Westbrook on his way to Houston.
But I can't, take on the next journey without thanking, Oklahoma City Thunder, Sam, Mr. Bennett, the whole Thunder organization, just for taking me and drafting me. It's something that I never would have thought of being there and being able to now come and reunite here with James. It's another great chapter in my life, and I'm looking forward to what comes from that.
Did it seem like after sort of bouncing around a little bit the last couple of years that maybe you found a little bit of stability here that you wanted?
Of course, I'm just looking for comfort. Like, I'm not here to, for one, steal nobody's job. Like, come on, I've been in that position before. Early in my career, I did that. I'm here to help.
I have never, ever seen a purported NBA star, guy makes $95 million a year in salary alone, not want to play. His contract sucks. He's coming back as a $21 million player, and he might not be any good. I'm pissed off, and Bulls fans should be pissed off too.
The deal is final. The Spurs will send Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a 2019 first-round pick, league sources tell me.
It happened. The Raptors agree to attain Kawhi Leonard. And they gave up DeMar DeRozan, their all-star, one of the rare stars in the NBA who actually loves Toronto. DeMar DeRozan met with Toronto officials last week at the Summer League in Vegas, and they assured him, we are not trading you. We promise you. We love you. We're not trading you. And what did Toronto do? Trade him.
He definitely left his mark in the city of Toronto, and really the reality is he grew up here. Here's a young kid coming out of Compton, learned how to play the game. He couldn't throw the ball in the ocean when he got here. He left one of the best mid-range players, if not the best, in the game. And he has just been a tremendous promoter of the game, of the city, in this country, and it's been special. And the fans are embracing every opportunity to let him know how they feel.
I mean, DeMar was very open this summer about feeling betrayed. Did you feel betrayed?
I felt betrayed because he felt betrayed because that's my guy, that's my best friend. So, yeah, I felt some type of way.
DeMar came into our locker room, and to show you the class human being he is, he came up to me and he hugged me.
That's how I always live my life. So once I'm in it with somebody, I'm in it. Right, wrong, indifferent. We'll figure it out as we go.
His ability to take over games, his ability to want to have that last shot.
And demoralize you.
Yes.
And scare the living hell out of you.
Every time that I do, I just go and just fuck it up. I can never commit to it. Every time I get to it, hoes hitting me up, cause they all just wanna fuck.
He kept it in bounds. Here it is again.
People were afraid of him. There was teammates who we were afraid of him, and there was just fear.
Right back, down! Through the foul! Wow!
stupid, my nigga. I'm with whatever shit, let's do it, my nigga. And she hate it when I hit her with
Jordan
excuses, my nigga.
Petrovic.
She ain't love and I can't do this, my nigga. We been through this, my nigga.
Every year he came back and he was better. He was stronger. He was quicker. He shot the ball better. He had a three-point range.
He made me want to be an NBA basketball player.
Anyway, trying to get you, baby, to spend the night. I do you right.
Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second.
Bitch to be testing my patience out of line. You get clipped. Please don't think that I'm playing.
MJ was that dude to take over a game, averaging 40 in the finals one year, winning that championship. I mean, defending the best players. I can't. He's just the greatest to me, man.
I think somebody who wanted to be here, came here, did what he had to do, night in and night out, whether people liked it or not. Remained positive through all the negative situations, all the negative times. Stuck with it, you know, through good times, through bad times. Never wavered. Somebody who stayed professional throughout, you know, my 7 years here. And somebody who, you know, had hopes and dreams of winning the championship here in New York, and fell short at that. So that's something that I've always, you know, hold up my head as far as it comes to that.
The season is over. Carmelo Anthony held to just 4 points in that fourth quarter.
Holding the ball is not a criticism. That's what he does. That's pure fact.
Fans not happy with the first half. A smattering of boos.
What the hell have the New York Knicks done? They haven't made the playoffs. They haven't been a 500 team. They've been considerably under 500 each and every single year.
He is a player that would be better off somewhere else.
His flagrant, open, public displays of disrespect towards his star player in Carmelo Anthony.
But New York was very leery of having this Melo saga hang over them.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are officially the number 2 team in the Western Conference.
It appears now that the OK3 season is over. Utah advances to take on Houston.
But I'm equally as sad about Carmelo Anthony. I cannot believe what I am seeing. He looks bad. He looks bad.
How do you feel about coming off the bench? And the second question is...
Well, me?
Oh.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
He looks, you know, just like he's incapable of doing much. The Carmelo Anthony that I know would be like, give me the damn ball. If I can't do anything else, I can score. Let me stop this bleeder right now. Give me the rock and call it a day. I didn't see that dude. I saw a dude that was 0 for 6 from three-point range. I saw a dude that significantly lacked in terms of his level of offensive aggression.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have agreed to trade Carmelo Anthony to the Atlanta Hawks. Anthony will be waived.
Last time we saw you in an NBA, you were playing for the Houston Rockets. Right. 10 games in, you were basically let go.
I really thought Carmelo Anthony was going to be additive.
What is going on with Carmelo Anthony and the Houston Rockets?
Father Time is undefeated. It is clear that Carmelo Anthony is not what he used to be, that he's lost a step, etc., etc.
Yes, absolutely. There are teams in China who should want him.
Oh my God. You're so wrong for that.
Clowning Carmelo. I was asked this a couple years ago. Where should Carmelo play? Go be the best player in the history of China.
His future is uncertain in Houston right now.
So I guess his days are done.
His career is really going down in a bad way.
I honestly think Melo should retire. But you telling me that I can't make a 9-10 man rotation is deeper than basketball.
Melo needs to retire.
And I have prepared myself to kind of just walk away from the game if the right situation didn't come about.
The star that was Carmelo Anthony is done.
You really were ready to walk away?
I was ready to walk away.
Janae, huge news in the NBA. Carmelo Anthony is back.
Depot on the beat.